that I Hello everyone. I am so excited that I have the great pleasure of spending time with a great artist in his field of hairstyling. And it's no other than Mr. Damian Walter. So I'm waiting on him to get on. And once he is on live, then we're going to ask a few questions and discuss some things that I've actually firsthand experienced in an experience with Damian Walter at his salon in Houston, Texas. Many of his customers, I found, travel from many states, surrounding areas of Texas and throughout Texas just to receive the type of services that he provides. So I'm hoping that he comes on soon. Let's see if we can go ahead and get him on here. I should have had the link already, but as we know that there's always something that tries to interfere. Okay. Waiting on Mr. Damian to make his appearance. It's apparent that he's having some technical difficulties logging in. And make it happen. Okay. All right, there you are. Hello, Mr. Damian Walter. How are you?
I'm good. About yourself?
I'm wonderful. It's really a pleasure to finally have you on an interview so that we can learn more about how you become this celebrity on YouTube and have clients to fly in from other states just for you to style their hair. That's amazing.
Mm-hmm. Oh, my God.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but your thing is going in circles.
Oh, I don't see that. Am I moving in circles? Because everything looks fine on this end.
You're frozen. I'm going to get out and come back in.
Okay.
Stay right there.
I won't go anywhere. I wait on you. It's clear on this end. I hope no one else is seeing what he saw on his end, because I really want you to hear of this amazing career. And just to know that Damian Walter really impressed me by going to his salon in Houston. I have a daughter that has locks, and I was wanting the best for her, you know, her senior year and all. And so Damian was someone that was highly recommended. And I'll tell you, walking into his salon and watching him interact with his clients and just the atmosphere, it's just amazing in there. Okay, he's saying we're going to get him on. Should be on now. There you are. I'm glad you're back. You know, modern technology, we get to do a lot of things, but we still have challenges.
Do I look too dark?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Do I look too dark?
You can get a little bit more light if you can. If you're in an area where you can, that'll be nice.
It's this hat.
You look nice. I love what you're wearing.
Thank you. I just threw a little jacket and a hat on, so I can look like something at least.
Okay. Well, for those that are just tuning in, if you do not know, Damian Walter, one of the lock specialists, I'm just going to say in the country, abroad as well. He has traveled extensively just to show off the skills and talents that God has given to him. Mr. Damian Walter, you're located where? Where is your salon? What state? What city? What city and state?
I live in Houston,
You
Texas.
live in Houston, Texas. And so your salon is there in Houston as well.
Right.
Wow. And so your clientele is very extended. It's an extensive of not just Houston, right? Go ahead, tell us, share.
It's a lot. Like it's kind of all over the place. Where Google has made me a huge profile,
Wow.
but it's kind of a blessing and a curse because so many people call from other cities now, and they're like, "Hey, I want to come. I see that you're located such and such place," and I'm like, "No, Google made that profile for me, but I live in Houston. I'm in Texas," and they're like, "Oh man, I saw your work. I love what you do." And I'm just like, it just kind of, it takes me to a place when I have to let somebody down like that, because I enjoy my job. I enjoy what I do. I don't think that at a time that I knew the magnitude was going to be so large. Like, I didn't know it was going to be so big. And as I got older and I've matured and I got, stronger in my mind, and I'm more aware because I'm not gonna lie. I used to drink a lot because I didn't know how to handle it.
Wow, I love that transparency.
Yeah, I didn't know how to handle it. I didn't know how to really deal with it, and so I did drink a lot, and that kind of just, that could take you to a place. And now that I've calmed down, now that I've chilled out, now that I've just relied more on God and His favor to give me the strength that I need. Now my eyes are open to a lot more things. I see a lot more. But the effect of that is kind of sometimes you feel a lot more too. So you're just like, oh man, you just stabbed me.
And in what way? How so are you saying that you feel a lot more? Can you elaborate on what is the feeling that you're feeling? Is it clients or just the pressure of being known? You're fine.
Excuse me. Oh wow.
That's a human thing. We all have to cough. I don't think everyone that's watching this live has a problem with you coughing.
Hey y'all, how y'all doing? You can only do what one human person can do. And then there was a time when I had a girl named Frida. Excuse me. I had a young lady named Frida. Now, Frida was my best assistant ever. And Frida helped me single-handedly. Oh, yes. Oh, to the day I die. Frida was my girl. And her name was not even Frida. I call her Frida because she used to talk about she liked free stuff all the time. So I gave her the nickname
My kind of girl.
Oh, baby, Free can get some stuff for free. You hear me? But she single-handedly helped me build a system that I was not taught. Like the average stylist is not taught to have an administrative assistant, two shampoo techs, a personal USPS person picking up their product packages. Also with phone calls just for people to say, is my hair okay? Is my life okay to do this? And they're looking for your confirmation to say, yes, you're good. They want to hear your voice. If it ain't nobody else, then when you answer the phone, they're like, oh my God, is this Damian? And I'm like,
is that me?
You answer your own phone? I'm like, baby, it don't get that big. I'm just me.
Wow.
I just, enjoy what I do. But now, because I don't have anybody, I'm all by myself. And I didn't turn damn near 40 years old. It's like, whoa, it's so much harder now. I don't see or feel the spirit of giving up.
That's great.
Yeah, I don't think that I know I'm gonna say that.
Mm-hmm.
I know that I'm not gonna stop, and that's something that I always say. I'm never gonna stop. Never gonna stop. But I have to figure out a new balance in it because I can't be in Georgia, then get back to
Mm-hmm.
Houston, go see my mama. I haven't seen my mom in 6 months.
Wow. And that's not because of just COVID, the pandemic. That
No.
is because your work schedule is so extensive
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
so demanding of you.
Yeah. My
Wow.
days are my nights and my nights are my days. It does not stop. And because I have eczema and I've always had it so bad through my body because of
Mm.
asthma, when the stress load gets heavy, I break out from head to toe. And
Mm. Wow.
I don't want to go to work looking like that. So I've had to, take days off and just kind of woosah
Yeah. Yes.
and
Yes. Well,
just, relax and just kind of get myself together. Um, and some people have not understood that. Some people have. Some people come and just check on me. I got some people that have come.
I'm a witness. Let me interject that. I'm a witness to that. I know
Yeah,
people who bring you things to drink, to eat, even
yeah,
say, "Hey, I just stopped by. I want to know, how you doing," and
yeah.
that impressed me.
I got some people I can call off hands that started off as clients, but turned into like friends because they
Wow.
cared about me. They not just Damian Walter. They cared about me.
The person.
And yeah, and they know like my favorite food, so they'll just show up with food, or they'll just call and say, "What you doing? You all right?" They
Oh.
call me like I got one girl, Derica. She say, "Hey brother," she done made me her brother. She's younger than me, and I be like, "Hey baby, what's up?" She said, "I just want to make sure you okay. You okay?" I said, "I'm okay. I'm thugging through it." And
That
they
means a
just,
lot.
oh, you don't know. It means
That
a
means a
whole
lot when
lot.
someone just takes that small amount of time
Yeah,
just to pick up the phone and say, "How are you doing? I'm
yeah,
just checking on you."
yeah.
Wow, that means so much. That means so much. I don't take calls like that for granted.
Yeah, I don't either. And I
Wow.
still have other ones like Tam and Dominique. Like Dominique, ooh, one day I was feeling so bad. My
Mm.
body was hurting so bad that I could barely move. And it just so happened that as I was getting out of the Uber, she was getting out of her car. And I was like, "What you doing here?" She was like, "Coming to see you." And I was like,
Mm.
"What?" And she took me to Papacitos, my spot across the street.
Your favorite spot.
She took me to Papacitos, and we sat there for about 4 hours. And she just gave me love, and
Mm.
at those times, that's what you need, because when you are, I don't like that celebrity word, but when
Wow.
you're as popular, when
Okay.
you
Okay.
are on the move so much, and see, it's different between my popularity and Beyonce's popularity.
Yes.
Well, she has a
Yes.
staff. She has a husband. She has all these people. I'm a hairstylist. So I'm easy accessible. You can catch me anywhere. You can just walk in my office. You can do anything. And it makes it
Mm.
different because you're so available that people
Mm-hmm.
just come and just latch and latch and latch. And you're like, okay, okay, I'm gonna help you, baby. But let me help myself first. But I'm I got you. I got you. But if you just start with the videos and just, keep it going, you're gonna
Mm-hmm.
learn so much. You're gonna learn how to get to all of these places. But it's things that I'm not gonna allow you to do because
Mm.
what I did not have, I'm gonna be for you. I didn't have a person to tell me that you didn't need to travel as much, you didn't need to do this, or you wasn't gonna make this amount of money. I just used my heart for the whole process, and I was like, "Well, I'm
Wow.
gonna go." And my mama was like, "You're tired." I was like, "I gotta
Mm-hmm.
go." And I remember one day she was so mad at me. Um, I had it was raining so bad, and the street that I lived on was flooded.
Mm.
I guess I thought I had Noah's Ark.
That's interesting.
I drove that car right into that water trying to get to that airport so bad.
Trying to get to the airport, Lord.
And as soon as the water receded, I called me an Uber and still left that car and went to where I was going. It is a determination. It's a thrive for me to have my people's back, to be in their corner, to help them have something successful. We don't, in this day and age, we don't own much, but we own our hair. We own ourselves. We own our evolution. We own our styles. We own, again, ourselves. So I wanted to continue that and not just, excuse me, be like everybody else that when you become a George Floyd, or a Breonna Taylor, or, you know, these people that have to die first to show that there's a level of prosperity in our community. I want to show you, like it says, give me my roses while I'm alive.
Yes. Well, let me let you know about roses. That's a great place for me to put a pin in what you're stating. I am reading messages, and it is amazing to me that these individuals are just totally expressing love to you. This timeline I've seen from the ATL, New York, California,
and I love all of them too.
Missouri. I mean, my God, you
if
have
I
people
could get
shouting, and they're not saying the hairstyle. They're saying, Damon, we love you. Keep up what you're doing. That proves it right here that you have poured into people, and they have not forgotten about you. So I'm gonna say, keep it up, because you have people on this live that are from other various states saying, go for it.
What I tell you?
Someone say, don't forget Houston.
What I tell you about players? Huh?
There's someone saying, don't forget Houston.
I say, what did I tell you about players?
Wow. Repeat that. I think the people need to hear that.
Players pause, but we don't quit.
We don't quit. I love it. I love it. Did you hear he said players pause, meaning they may take a break. They may have to have a breather.
Because you gotta go through the layers of this thing, because every layer, and that's just something I want to tell my future entrepreneurs, the people that, not just my small business owners, entrepreneurs. That's a difference. There's layers to this thing. There's extreme layers. And each layer, you're gonna learn so much.
I'm trying to hold my pod here, so if I'm looking like I'm leaning, that's
it's okay. Each part of this,
right as, you came on.
Each part of this, as you learn, it is to give you the muscle to keep it pushing. Now, there are going to be some times where you're going to have to sit back and take a break and analyze, because you got to have to build new perspective. You got to build new perceptions. You got to make different type of choices. You got to, go with what your body is going to allow you to do. But every time you come out of that, it should be a new awakening for you. I have fallen in love with doing hair, I can tell you, over 10 times since I've been doing hair, and I've been doing that 20 years.
Wow.
And each time I fall in love with it, I fall in love with a different aspect of it. Because each time has not just been like, there was one time where
Virginia. I'm calling out all these different states. People are giving you love, much love.
It was one time I fell in love with, being popular, because, I mean, coming from the hood as a young black man and just go to school and, at the age of 13, knew he wanted to do hair. That was a big deal. You're like, wow, you want to see me? What? So I fell in love with that, but then that went away. Then I fell in love with the engineering of the aspect, where I wanted the healthy products to be on the shelves. I wanted the people to be able to access these things. I wanted the people to be able to get these products that were going to give them another level of success. Then I fell in love with taking the phone calls and people saying, is my hair okay? And I'm like, yes, my love, your hair looks great. Or
So let me say this, Damien. Let me say this, because what you're saying to us is that there were levels like an onion,
Yeah.
of this whole process. There was when you enjoyed the fame of someone just wanting their hair to be examined
Mm-hmm.
by you. And then
Mm-hmm.
there was the times with just someone simply calling you on the phone just to
Mm-hmm.
hear that voice on the other
Mm-hmm.
end,
And
desiring
it,
to speak to you.
and it's something about this voice that they love, but hey, it's cool.
It's
But
all
yeah,
right with
it's
you, huh?
but now where I'm at, my love now is integrity.
Awesome. That's
My
important.
Yeah, my love now is doing everything smart. So I'm revamping. I had to revamp, and there are a lot of people that have fallen off because of the revamp. Because when you change, sometimes you have to change the people
Oh
around you
yes.
too. But excuse me.
Everyone
But
doesn't like
this
change. You
time,
know that, right?
huh?
Everyone doesn't like change, but go ahead and elaborate on what changes have you made that's your
Um,
revamping process.
Now my operation is way more intimate.
Mm.
It's way more one touch, one love, one life. It's when you come in, my office is set up like a home, pretty much.
Mm.
My waiting room, it can be compared to a living room. It just don't have a sofa, but everybody, we all watching movies. We're all sitting there engaging. We're laughing. I hear the clients, they have conversations and they're just comparing their journeys and what's going on. Then when you're in my room, it's a recliner right there, right by me. And if I'm eating, 9 times out of 10, you eating. So, so we just sat there and had lunch together, and um, I'm, doing your hair, and we're watching another movie on another screen. Then when you go into the dryer room, which I have set up like a theater room, is recliners, a fireplace, another big TV where you're
Cozy.
relaxing, watching a movie under the dryer. And 9 times out of 10, they go to sleep. And so when I come in to get them from under the dryer, my new quote is, "Good morning,"
Because they slept.
because they just woke up. They have been in there
Wow.
knocked out. Some of them just. I've had clients just come and just chill and didn't leave for hours.
Mm. Now, Damien, let me say this while you're speaking of each room, because I was going to, and I'm going to piggyback on what you said. As a potential client, okay, I'm walking in. Instead of being greeted by a receptionist at a desk or someone that looks like they're bored to death, at a table or whatever, waiting to greet me, you make it so personal. It's
Mm-hmm.
really comfortable chairs in the lobby area, which is like a living room. Like you said, the only thing is not a sofa there, but there's artwork.
Mm-hmm.
You have everything that a person would want to come and just relax after getting off work. I'm here to get my hair done. And then once it's time for my hair to be shampooed, oh, that's a whole different story there, because you have that in a nice little cozy area where, like you said, intimate setting for you and the client.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard people speak of you shampooing their hair, and I had the pleasure myself with all of my wonderful hair that I have. But explain what makes the difference in when you shampoo someone's hair. What is that transaction between you and that client?
You know what? I'm gonna say this, and I don't mean to be funny, but it's true. A lot of times when they finish, I be like, "You need a cigarette?" Because they just
Guilty
like
witness.
you can just see them as when they first sit there, and then they just go. And then
Yes, there's a
for some of
whisper.
my clients that we're real cool like that. I might even
Yes.
make a joke. I say, "What's my name?"
What's my name?
Because I know I get in there, and
Yes.
but it's not sexual, but I'm paying attention to your hair needs. I'm paying attention to your scalp. I'm paying attention to what is going on, and I'm in my mind. I'm processing so much. Like, okay, I can tell you've been sweating. I can tell you've been working out. I can tell
Mm.
you're stressing. I can tell you got psoriasis or seborrheic dermatitis. I can tell
Wow.
you have used products that really wasn't that good for you. I can tell. So this is our process. This is what we're gonna do. I'm going to bust you down with 3 good shampoos. We're going to clarify it first. We're going to moisturize it. We're going to hydrate it. And then we're going to condition it. But that whole time, I'm taking these hands and I'm going through that entire head, like giving a true cleansing. Because the average person that has locks only gets a shampoo once a month, every 2 months. Just imagine if you took a bath once a month.
Oh, okay. Hold it right there. Hold it right there. I want to clear this up, because so many people with locks think I don't have to shampoo my hair for 6 months. Please clear that up. I heard you just speak very crystal clearly. I know I heard it. I know the listeners heard it. How you take the time to process the texture of someone's hair or the condition of someone's hair, and then you analyze what to do to repair. Please,
I'm just paying attention throughout the entire process, like, and that's what it calls. You know, that's why I say it's a difference between being a small business owner and an entrepreneur. A small business owner will get in there and will just slap some stuff on your head, give you a little Rudy poop poop poop, and you're done. But as an entrepreneur, that's someone that wants to go further. So, and like I said, I'm working through integrity now. I'm working through my mind now. I'm really paying more attention to what's happening. I'm really watching what type of water goes down that drain. I'm really watching how certain shampoos are absorbed, or just topical layers or whatever. I'm really paying attention. The only thing that I could say in this process that would be a negative is that I'm alone. That's the only negative. All the rest is a positive. So if I can kind of bridge that gap, I think I can shoot off even more, because I got a guy and we're working on a new gelée for locks, a moisturizing, natural oiling gelée that does not flake at all, does not give any type of follicular. Yeah, no follicular damage, no nothing. I mean, we're hitting the boards to where I'm understanding what polymers are and alcohol and how certain things have formaldehyde. Like, I'm going deep, deep down in it now. You know, even foam wraps, oils, lock sprays, lock cleansers, all of the above. Like, it's gotten so big that I'm just like, whoo, okay, give me 5 minutes. Whew, this is a lot. But I'm seeing that what's going to happen futuristically is that it will have a healthy outcome. And that's the ultimate goal.
So your focus is healthy hair. It's not so just like you said, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Let me slap some stuff on your hair, you know, and send you on your merry way. You actually take a personal concern with what the state of the person's hair is. You mentioned hair follicles. I'm gonna be honest with you. I know I've gone to the salon most of my life, and I've never had a cosmetologist go that deep or be that concerned of what's going on. You mentioned psoriasis. You mentioned, you know, your stress. You mentioned there's
I can go even more. High blood pressure, diverticulitis from digestive issues, cancer. It is so much, because by the time your hair is coming out, whatever's inside can be an effect to what's happening. So if I'm not paying attention to that as a stylist, then I don't feel like I'm giving you a service. I feel like I'm just, you know, like everybody else, just pulling you and throw you away. Because right now, everybody wants to be Instagram popular. Everybody wants to show, I can style. Look at this. I styled her day one. I did this. And no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to give you progression. I'm going to give you success. I'm going to give you help. I'm going to give you love. And I'm going to make sure that you are in a great place with what's going on in your life. I'm not just here to make a video and make myself look good. I've never done that. The videos I've made have always been about, how can I help?
Let me interject this. I must say this. I'm reading comments as you're speaking, especially when you began speaking about the various hair challenges that you see just by simply shampooing someone's hair. And I have comments like, he's absolutely amazing. He's great. I'm going to get with you to get locks for my child. I'm going to get with you, Damon. Oh, he's great. He does my hair. I love his work. And these are things I'm reading. This is not anything I'm making up. I'm going to come in next month. They're coming from different states, and they're mentioning this. I have hearts. I'm seeing people. I'm proud of you, young man, young king. I'm sorry. I don't want to misquote anyone's statements, because if a person takes the time to stop and send a comment to you, they want to let you know that you're loved. And I've read so many messages that are repeating themselves in regards to various people saying, we love you, Damon. Don't give up. We love your work.
You don't have to worry about me giving up at all. Now, that's not one thing. It's just right now in the transition that I'm in. And, you know, like I said, I'm older. And I'm just doing a lot of things differently now. That I think people just got used to the old way. You know, me having 2 shampoo techs and having 25 people a day and all that. Well, I'm not doing that anymore. I can't do that anymore. It wasn't healthy, because all money ain't good money.
Can you say that again? Because a lot of people are so after the dollar bill, chasing it, when if you do things with integrity, like you said, and revamp yourself and do it in a smart business manner, what will happen? The money will come.
Yeah, it's inevitable. It's inevitable trait if you just do it right. If you just follow God, he will guide you. He's guiding me. Now, it was an adjustment at first, and I was like, wait a minute, you're stopping everything. He was like, sit down.
Wow,
And
sit
so
down. I
when I
like
didn't when I didn't sit down, guess what happened? I fell down. I
Can you
passed
say
out.
that again? When
I
you didn't hear God
Yeah,
and you were still trying to do it your way, right?
yeah.
And
I
so what did
fell
you
down,
say? He said, sit down.
and I fell down.
Wow.
I literally got out of my car one evening,
Mm,
and I passed clean, smooth out.
wow. That's serious. Can
Yes,
you reiterate? You mentioned it a little earlier about you were doing so many heads a day. Your schedule was day and night. What was your schedule like prior to the light bulb going off and the word from the Lord say, slow it down? How
I
many
was. I would wake
individuals?
up. I would wake up about 8 o'clock. I'll be at the gym, and I'll be through with the gym at probably about 9:45, 10 o'clock, and I make it
Mm,
to the salon. By the time I got to the salon, I had 3 people already waiting for me, conditioning. So I had to get them from under the dryer and rinse them out. Then I would have
the-
the rest of the day. I wouldn't finish till about 11:30, 12 o'clock that night, and I would go
wow,
home. Oh, but I
my
wouldn't go
Lord.
straight home because it's people can say, "Oh, I got off and I went home. I went straight to sleep." That's a lie. That's
Oh,
I mean, you gotta wind down. So I would go to my little favorite spot. I would have me, either my favorite drink at the time or some
mhm.
wine, and I would chill out. And it it just my days became my nights, and my nights became my days. It was just like
Mm,
one big circle that just didn't feel like it was ever ending. And the pressure that came along with it was that there were people that were flying in, there were people that were driving in, and they're like, I'm here. And I'm like, but I'm dead.
mm,
But they're like, but I'm here. And I'm like, but I'm dead. And I'm sorry,
mm.
but I'm dead. I'm so sorry. But, I was still trying to push forth. And like I would tell people, yes, I'm on my way. And you would see me if somebody was in my house recording me when I'm telling
Hmm.
people I'm on my way, the struggle to put on the shoes,
My mind.
to put on the clothes, to find a hat that's gonna hide my face, to get there and like find all my stuff, forget where my phone was because I was so delirious. And then
Wow.
next thing I know, I said, okay, well, give me 5 minutes. I'm gonna lay down just for 5 minutes. Next
Mm.
thing I know, 5 minutes and turning 3 hours. I'm like, oh my God.
Wow.
And it just got me. Like it zapped me. And I was like, Jesus, help me. How am I gonna do this? How am I gonna I don't want to disappoint anybody. I don't want anybody to think I'm taking advantage or taking their money or, not
Mm.
loving their time. So I realized at that point that I had taught so many people. So then I was like, okay, well, you can go to her. You can go to her. Or you can go
Mm-hmm.
to her. And then they'd be like, well, I don't want to go to her. I want to come to you. And I'm like, oh, God. Okay. All right. Well, give me a day. And in that day, you see me. In that day, I'm sitting outside in the sun,
Mm-hmm.
just chilling or getting breakfast or coming to the water, just sleeping. And the next day, I'm like, okay, let's get up and try again. Whew. All right, here we go. One more time.
One more again.
Yeah, it's work.
Wow. Well, thank you for sharing your day prior to the resetting. And I'm a strong believer and an advocate for pivot and revamping yourself. So I commend you for taking that time. That's how we engage the
Well, now
conversation.
what I'm going to do is
Uh-huh.
I'm going to have people to work with me.
I
I
love
have
that.
to.
That's great. That's excellent
I want to
wisdom.
hire some stylists and give them a career and give them a chance, give them some growth, and so that
Yes.
we can all work together. And I think that I would be the best representative for the business than others that I thought would care and be a great representative and answer the phone and give a great conversation and all that. I'm going to do it personally myself and just go from there.
Well, let me state this as I was wrapping up. I wanted to share with you that you have comments that are saying that they would love for you to consult. Your knowledge is needed to enhance and multiply the talents of others, as well as even your own gifts. I cannot end this without you sharing how did your, I guess it's a craft that you developed in twisting hair. I love to see you in action with that. Kind of share about how did that come about?
I don't know. It just happened.
It just happened. I love it.
I'm,
I don't know.
I'm
I
not
love your
lying.
transparency. You're very transparent. You shared with us about even the challenges that you had from the fame, the fortune, the challenges in drinking alcohol, just to keep yourself because you didn't know how to handle it. Do you know how many people will not admit, they won't own up to why,
I don't know why. Because we're human, and I mean,
or what they
you can,
resulted to? You
you,
even named
because
your
everybody. Let me
poison.
tell you, I used to call us the dream team. It was
Wow.
me, young lady named Brandy, young lady Kay, Patrick. We all had something to keep us going. That's no lie. Now, it's
Okay.
not to, put nobody's business out there and say, oh, we were some drug heads. We was just sitting there drinking and getting towed up at work. No. We was trying to keep ourselves and push at the same time. Just
Yes.
you're trying to
Yes.
find that numb spot to where you can just go and go because you love what you do so much. You just want to go and go and go. And
Mhm.
the only way you can go is if you turn this off. So I had to turn this off. And that's how I found a way to do it. Because
Wow.
I cared so much about everything. Like, and I'm so trustworthy and I'm so silly to where, like, before I started taking card payments, I would just take a bunch of cash, and I
Mm.
would leave my bag on the floor, just wide open. And it never dawned on me that people would come take your stuff. So I'm
Oh,
just like,
wow.
it was just down there. I didn't know. And the money was coming so fast. He was like, okay, every 20 minutes, he go another 100. He go another 200. He
Mm.
go another 100. He go another 200. He go another. And by the end of the day, you walking out like this big old thing. And you like, what the hell am I going to do down there?
Mm. Well, that's a good place to really conclude here. I love the fact that you were again transparent, sharing the challenges that of the ups in personal as well as professional. Thank you again for that, Damon. Many people, again, will not own up to it became too much. I was overwhelmed. My choice of recovery was, or my choice of trying to relax, to come down from, going was alcohol, which it also kept you going. But here's again, let me read some of the comments to you that there are several individuals say, I told him the same thing, relax, take care of yourself. They care about you. There are a lot of comments, and please take care of yourself. We need you. Again, repeated several times that you are a consultant. People want you to consult. Someone say, I traveled from Indiana to come and see you. There's someone on here that traveled from Indiana to come and see you. And you went to Africa as a result of your career, and to England. Now that's right there is an achievement. I know some hairstylists can't get past their own city.
Baby, I done been.
Wow.
Well, if you take me to Hobby Airport right now, I tell you, I can probably name every person in there.
Wow.
And when I walk in, they're just like, Mr. Walter, all right, come on. Let me get you through. Oh, you're late. You got to get on your flight. Let me hurry up and rush you through. Like, it's just a normalcy for me now. When some people go to the airport like once or twice a year, you're talking going about 3-4 times a week.
Wow, that is amazing. Now, so we're going to end shortly. So I want you to make sure you share the address where your salon is and that you are currently hiring. Tell us what you're hiring for to help you, because now you have the wisdom, you said, now to not try to do it all by yourself. So what are you hiring for? What's going to help you?
I want stylists.
You need
stylists that I can train, teach, really take you under my wing, really find the passion in you so that we can work together. I'm not looking for somebody that's money hungry. I'm not looking for someone that only cares about fame. I'm looking for someone that can come into my house.
New York, okay. Okay, there's someone from New York was wondering if there's someone in a wheelchair, are you willing to do their hair? Do you have accommodations?
Oh yeah, baby,
I love your videos.
I will slide that chair out the way in a minute. I've done it several times. I had one client, I used to pick her up and put her at the shampoo bowl. Wow. And pick her back up and put her in the chair. Like I would carry her, literally. I had another client where she would come in on this little walker thing, and I would do whatever it took for her. So it's not about the aesthetics. If you are a person, no matter where your position is, I'm gonna meet you where you are, and I'm gonna help you right there.
Well, Damien, you've provided great information for us as far as the healthiness of hair, how you are really in tune with your client and the needs of your clients. That I commend you for. I love the fact that you did a self-evaluation, and now that you have a plan of action to go forth, and you're hiring more people. You're looking for professional stylists to create an atmosphere of a family, because your whole salon is relaxing and it's inviting. So where can that hopeful stylist find you?
Oh, just DM me, either DM me or call the numbers. But what I'm going to do is my mission. I'm going to change the standard of what they have made natural hair to be.
I love that.
I'm going to put the health back into it. Either you kill me now or you get with the program, because we are going to have healthy, beautiful, natural hair.
Oh, wow.
I mean that.
Well, let me share with 2 comments that I'm reading. One says, I want to learn from you, but you're in Houston. So someone says, we love the videos. Someone says, Damon is by far the best in Houston, with major emphasis on that. And let me see, there was someone else that said the videos, they want you have to make another video for consulting, because that's been on here several
I'm going
times.
to, but see, that's why I need the help, so I can have the time to. Because I can't be behind the chair and shampooing and answer the phone and make the video and edit it. I'm never going to get any sleep. So that's why I need some help.
I'm not laughing at your statement. I do understand the passion that you have. It's very obvious. You're very considerate of your clients in regards to wanting to meet their needs. And so you looked at yourself, you explained your errors of the past, and now you're going forward. But in going forward, you need the help. I love a person that's humble enough to ask for help than to act like they already have it together. So
No.
you're asking for stylists to come. Where can they locate you? You said DM you, but what is the physical address?
Well, I don't want to put that on here. I'd
Okay.
rather give it to, you know, the people that
Them
call.
individually. Okay.
Or if they want, you can search me on Google. But because I've been robbed so many times, I've been
Okay.
told
Okay.
not to
That's
do that.
understandable. We want your safety first. You have too many people
Right.
on here that are very concerned about your safety and your health. And they're saying, please DM. They're saying, please, Damian, please come to the DMV. They want you to come to the DMV. They want you to come to
And I want to go.
ATL.
And I
New
want to
York.
go. I want to
These
go.
These
But
are
I
your
just,
these are your fans here. I'm telling you, they're serious.
I got to get
I'm
some
reading
help
this.
first. And then I'll be able to go. Because I'm doing it differently now. And
Awesome.
doing it this way, I'm going to need the help for the foundation of home to be still going on, so that when I get home, I can take a rest and nobody feels that they've been left out. And then I can, you know, because traveling would take, that'll take some toll, man. It'll take something out you.
Well, Damian Walter, thank you so much for being on the Simply Free little show where we can just talk. I love that we had a wonderful conversation. It's obvious you're loved, well thought of, and highly regarded in your field. I'm telling you now, you have people that are stating continuously, they want you to teach them. There's some people on here saying, I want to be one of your students, and they want you to consult. So again, you're in Houston, Texas, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And you're open and ready to go forward with new ideas and opportunities for others. So I thank you for your humble spirit to even desire to teach people. And again, thank you so much for being so candid and transparent. I hope that someone got a lot out of what you said, and that you get your phone blown up with so many calls, and look for you on Google, right?
Yeah.
Say the name of your salon.
The Evolution of Style.
The Evolution of Style, healthy hair loctician specialist. Thank you so much, Damian Walter. Thank you. Appreciate you so much. And good evening to all that was on. Thank you so much for tuning in. And thank you. Stay tuned. We have great guests that's coming on this show, and we will bring you only the best.
Bye.